There are a lot of facts that you wouldn't have thought of which would be interesting topic for you to know. Have you ever wondered why migratory birds fly in a V shape? What about the hollow part between your lips and nose? Have you ever asked yourself about the importance of it? Why do photographers use these green chroma walls? Why are the horse's eyes covered during horse and chariot racing? Why do airplanes get rid of fuel during a flight? Don't know answers for those questions? Then watch till the end.
Hello guys and welcome to today's video. We will be talking about 5 facts you might haven't thought of. So please watch till the end and let us know in a comment whether you've heard about them or not. Before we begin, kindly hit the like and subscribe button in order to receive our upcoming videos. Let's get into it. Number 1. Migratory birds. Have you ever wondered why they fly in a V shape? Certainly, we have seen before a group of migratory birds that take the form of a V while flying in the sky, and you may ask us about the reason for this shape that birds take, and scientists answered this question in some studies conducted on a specific type of bird known as ibis. According to results published by several scientific sites, which reported that birds take specific positions during flight in order to take advantage of the air to push them towards their destination and to use the currents resulting from the movement of their wings to push them towards the front. The movement of pushing the birds in the front. There is a thrust movement in birds flying in the front that is superior to the thrust movement of birds flying in the back. For example, the bird that leads the group and flies in the foreground, the movement of its wings results in a stream of air moving from the bottom up. The current is what contributes greatly to raising the rest of the birds that are walking behind the leader without the need to make additional effort. It is noteworthy that these V-shaped migratory birds move their wings in a coordinated manner. You also do this with a timing that is not random. To make the most of the air currents that result from the movement of the wings to help each other fly easier. What impresses you about this is that the movements of the wings of these birds are surprisingly synchronized. It is worth noting that scientists have recently concluded that migratory birds provide a large amount of energy when they fly in a V shape that energy does not provide when flying randomly. Number 2. The importance of the hollow part between your lips and nose. The human body consists of a large number of organs, each of which performs very specific functions. If most of these organs, as well as the functions they perform, are known, some of them are still obscure, such as this groove shape located below the nose and directly above the upper lip is the hollow part between your lips and your nose. If some scientists say that the hollow part between your lips and nose is practically not of any importance, then it reveals the way our faces were formed inside the womb, as the shape of the fetus changes after 2 or 3 months of its formation. After the formation of the mouth and the nostril, they pave the way for the formation of the nose and lips. The philtrum begins to appear after the place of the nose and ear appears in the face. Sometimes the location of the nose and the lips may not be aligned, resulting in chapped lips. This is called the region philtrum, which is in the science of anatomy hiatus between the mustache and about the period nose. Some specialized researchers confirmed that this cavity is of great importance, because without it, we would not be able to pronounce most of the letters, as it helps move the lips in a certain way that allows us to pronounce the letters in a correct manner, and helps in shaping the strength of the sense of smell. Going back to our time, specialists pointed out that this form is of great importance. Without it we will not be able to pronounce most of the letters, as it helps move the lips in a certain way and makes them pronounce the letters correctly. Number 3. Green backgrounds for photography. Do you know why photographers use these green chroma walls? In many cinematic and television works or even short videos produced by photography enthusiasts, strange objects and buildings appear, or could not exist in reality, or even scenes from ancient times, and you may see the actor flying into space, or climbing over a dragon, and perhaps walking on the wall, or inhabiting a large medieval mansion, strange creatures may appear in the film. This method of photography depends on the presence of green backgrounds chroma. So why are green backgrounds used for photography? Most of these strange scenes are not done during the filming of the scene, but rather the chroma key technology is used, and this technology works by adding a cloth material, often green, and sometimes blue, and it is added during filming in the places that will be added unreal elements in it. Green backgrounds are added to photography because they are an integral part of the special effects process known as chroma key technology. This technology allows TV producers and filmmakers to use advanced technology to superimpose their subjects on a virtual background. With digital processing, green backgrounds give producers a solid background that is easily controlled by computer programs. The reason for choosing green backgrounds for photography. As for the reason for choosing green mostly, or sometimes blue, it is because these two colors are easier to remove during video editing. It is worth noting that the actor is prohibited from wearing green or blue when filming clips that contain chroma. Number 4. Covering the eyes of horses. Why are their eyes covered during horse and chariot racing? If you have ever ridden a horse or seen it in an old movie, or been close to it in real life, you have most likely noticed that the eyes of the horse are partially covered by a small piece of leather. You may have wondered why the eyes of horses are covered, and in this article we will present the most important reasons for its use and its importance for horses. The importance of using blinders and covering the horse's eyes is to reduce the horse and vision of the surroundings he is walking through, and of course so that he only sees the road in front of him, where he does not see what is next to him or around him, and his concentration increases in walking in a regular way. Horse owners believe that this method is most appropriate when riding their horses, especially when walking at high speed, or when participating in a horse race, or when using horses to pull carts. Reasons to cover the eyes of horses in races. The eyes of a horse, like most animals, are located on the sides of the head, not facing forward, like humans and a few other animals. This means that the range of vision of animals and horses is much wider than that of humans, so they can see everything around them and what is behind them as well. This enables it to predict the dangers surrounding it in nature, such as the presence of predators or any other source of danger to its life. Because of this nature that created by the horses, they enjoy a sense of high attention to the sources of dispersion and danger around, such as the voice of occurrence among the trees, or break a tree branches on the side of the road. Such things lead to a horse insecure feeling and predict the risk of coming, leading to confusion in his movement, and may suddenly deviate from the path of the road to get away from the source of danger. It helps him focus on the visible part of the road ahead, which is extremely important in racing, as the horse and oppose, as distraction slows him down and hinders him from progressing quickly. Number 5. Disposing of fuel during a flight. You may have experienced traveling by plane before, but there are strange procedures related to landing and taking off that you may not know. One of the strangest things is that, in some cases, a captain may have to dispose of the fuel in the plane. It may seem strange to us, but sometimes it is important in order to save the lives of the passengers. In fact, airplanes are designed to land under certain weights. A heavier and full-fledged aircraft is more likely to hit the ground hard, and landing can cause some problems for the aircraft due to its extra weight. When the plane lands while it is heavy, it is very easy to hit the ground hard and cause severe damage to the plane and the passengers. Fuel is disposed of in aircraft in rare and specific cases that require reducing the weight of the aircraft for an. What is the reason that drives the pilot to dispose of the fuel in the plane? Most of the time, the plane takes off from the airport carrying more weight than the minimum that can be landed. This weight represents the minimum need for the captain to land quickly or necessary. The flight may not be without problems and sudden circumstances, the flight crew is forced to stop the flight or a fast and emergency landing, such as a sudden technical glitch in the plane itself after takeoff or any urgent or health condition for one of the passengers that requires him to leave the plane. Therefore, the flight commander ejects the fuel from the tank in the air to avoid damage. When does the captain make the decision to empty the fuel before landing? In emergency cases, the captain has 3 decisions to get rid of the excess fuel. In order to ensure exit with the least possible damage, these decisions are summarized as follows. Significantly increased flight speed. In order to consume as much fuel as possible, so that the plane can land at the minimum weight allowed. Getting rid of excess fuel by emptying it into the air from the tank. Emergency landing of the plane immediately, in which case the plane lands with more than the permissible weight. In the case of technical problems, some of them may not require immediate relegation. Also, the continuation of flying for some time does not constitute a danger until the discharge of excess fuel is completed. All large aircraft have the ability to dispose of large amounts of fuel in just a few minutes. There you have it, guys. Let's know what you think of the video in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons if you've not done that. Also, hit the notifications icon to get notified whenever we release a new video. See you in the next video.